Well, the OPP responded to at least 200 collisions over the past 24 hours. To talk more about what's happening out on the roads, let's bring in Nadia Matos this morning. She's the manager of external communications at CAA South-Central Ontario. Nadia, I can only imagine how much your phones were ringing, internet was buzzing, everything else. So what's it been like at CAA for South Central over the last 24 hours or so?
I mean, it's definitely been busy. You know, on an average winter day, we'll get anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 calls. What surprised me about yesterday, we just got about 3,500 calls yesterday, which that is a little bit higher than I think for, you know, when we're in the middle of a storm. So I think people were trying to get to where they were going yesterday and kind of getting stuck as they were going or finding out that their batteries were not working.
Right.
And that's the difference.
I just wanted to say, Nadia, before this shot goes away, this is in the Royal York neighborhood. You can see this car. It almost looks like it was plowed into a snowbank. I mean, it's on an angle. It's definitely covered in snow. Is this something the CAA could help? Like, would you be able to come in and pull a car out like this, or would someone have to dig their car out before even calling CAA? Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see that. And unfortunately, that would be something that we are asking people to actually dig out their car before calling CAA. And something else to consider is to before calling CAA, making sure that your roads have been plowed. It is difficult for everyone, including our drivers and network drivers, to get to where they're going. So really important that those two elements are there, making sure that your street has been plowed before calling us and making sure that any snow or ice around your vehicle has been removed before we can come and help.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm sure this is an all hands on deck day, though. And despite that, what kind of waits or delays could people potentially expect if they're calling CAA today?
Well, Nick, as you can imagine, right now, we're focusing on people who are in unsafe situations right now. So anybody who is safe at home, unfortunately, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer. We're looking at anywhere from 24 to 48 hours for a wait time if you're safe at home.
Okay,
these are extenuating circumstances and a huge dig out, I think, for a wide swath of Southern Ontario. So we're digging out just like everyone else. Okay,
I appreciate that. And yeah, we can understand the kind of conditions you're dealing with. What, Nadia, I just asked OPP Sergeant Carrie Schmidt the same question. So I'm curious, from the CAA's perspective, what sort of are the biggest mistakes that you typically see or you hear from your crews out there that you see people making on a day like this after the bulk of the snow has arrived?
I think, you know, in making sure that you have your full lighting system on, making sure that you have full visibility, but it's really about kind of going slow and driving according to the weather conditions. So often we see people in ditches or kind of, you know, skidding across different lanes of highway or traffic or whatever. And that is just because they're just going way too fast for the conditions. Yeah, no doubt about that. Okay, Nadia Matos is the manager of external communications at CAA South-Central Ontario. Appreciate the work you and your crews are doing today to keep people or dig people out or get people started up. Thanks for the time this morning.